92 bags, and I know at least 2 upstairs that we have ashes in, and 1 in the garden. So 93, 94, 95. 100 bags. 100 bags times 1,000 crowns each is about 10 euros each. So 1,000 euros worth of bags. That is 1,600 kilos of pellets we burned through in one winter. $480 kilowatts. That's crazy. That might work. Right now, I'm using all the pallet bags. I'm using all the bags of the pellets that we use. I'm cutting them up. First, we cut the edges off, because if you standardize a process like this, instead of doing the whole thing, which I started with, like now cutting the sides to make it a square, I'm cutting off all the edges first. But on the long run that goes way faster. That's the concept of the Henry Ford of his cars. Using it like that. And then cutting up all the sides. So first take the edges off. What I'm gonna do with this is make the first barrier against the wall of the guest house, so we can build isolation out of, at some point hopefully, out of fully recycled material. So I'm gonna staple this plastic against the wooden wall as a first barrier. Then I'm gonna find some sort of isolation material, which I have no idea what I'm gonna use yet. So if you have any ideas, post it in the comments, please. But this way we can use like fully recycled material to isolate it. Then I want to finish it with pellet wood. You see some pellets behind me, but I'm gonna need a lot more to finish the wall. And then I have it isolated, and I can rent out this place as an Airbnb in summer, because it's not gonna be like creepy freaking hot here. But also in winter, maybe, if people like the winter here, because it's cold, but it's really cool if you're not from here. So yeah, that would this is the first step. And it didn't cost me €1 more than I already spent, so being Dutch, that's a big factor for me. I don't want to wait till the conditions are just perfect until we start making money on this. And that's what we're doing a little bit now. And we have a lot of material to recycle like this. So we settled here now. We survived the winter, and we are now thinking about, me mostly, am thinking about how to become self-sufficient in a financial way. Josephine is working on the plants and the vegetables and those kind of things, and a penny saved is a penny. What did they say again? A penny not spent is a penny saved, something like that. Well, at least everything you don't spend because you grow it saves you a little bit of money in the supermarket. So that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Apart from that, it's now time to start thinking about how to make some money off this land so it can pay for itself. That's kind of the goal. I don't want it to be a commercial farm or anything. I just want it to pay for itself. I want all our fixed costs to be paid by the land in some way. So that's the plan for now, to start working on that. Right now our costs are a lot lower because we don't have to heat the house for winter. So this is a good time to invest a little bit of money in, and especially time, but a little bit of money also in making this place self-sufficient financially. So what I've been doing, I've been using the plastic bags from the pallets. I had 100 of them, about 100 of them, and I cut them into sheets and I stapled them to the wall in the Airbnb here, or what's gonna be the Airbnb at least. So I stapled them all around except for this side, and I'll show you later because then otherwise I have to move the camera now. But this side is covered in some sort of paper, so this is the south side, so the heat is going to be on that. It's going to warm it a lot, at least that's my theory. And on the other side, that paper was there already, so I'm going to leave that because it's a better breathable material. Otherwise it's going to be a sauna in here, right? So apart from that, I am now taking pallets apart to make planks, which I'm gonna use fully recycled, upcycled materials to make this Airbnb into a comfortable place to rent out. Right now I'm framing the walls, so I'm putting the frames in like this, using pallet wood. I only have hand tools at the moment because we didn't have the possibility to invest in some power tools yet. So I'm hand sawing the whole thing, which is a lot of work, but it works. So first I'm going to frame it. I have no experience with framing, but so far it seems to be good. I made a little test area, and there's a space in between the plastic and the wall, which if it makes some money in summer, we could reinvest it in putting isolation in it and make it how do you say it, habitable for winter, also comfortable in winter, so we can keep the heat in and the heat out in summer later on in upcoming years. So but first, this is an MVP, you know. I'm building the minimal viable product, as they say in marketing, to make it generate some money, and so I can put the money back into it to make it grow organically on its own. That's the idea. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. It's a lot of work taking the pallets apart as a whole. As you see, they break easily, which doesn't make them not usable, but yeah, I want them whole as possible. I do have electricity in this little cabin, but I kind of want to make it a real cabin feeling, so I'm gonna keep the outlets here so people can charge their phone and do those kind of things. We're probably gonna have Wi-Fi in here as well if people want it, but with the possibility to turn it off. And I'm gonna make a fully off-grid cabin out of this. So it would be, in my opinion, a unique Airbnb experience if you want to go to Sweden and you're looking right into the forest. So it's in my opinion, a really cool place. Also, if we are going to renovate the house, this would be the place where we would be. So that's a second function of it, because we have a place to stay while it's a mess in our own house later on. So it serves it serves a double purpose. But first I have to frame the whole thing and build the walls. That's a lot of work. So yeah, follow me along.